Hey guys, skphile here. I'd like to talk to you a little about diorama inspiration and diorama information. So, why a person makes a diorama varies greatly. You have guys that are into the articulated comic book art, ACBA, so they want a diorama for a background to stage a comic book style scene, or for a display for a specific character like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles in a sewer or something. You have people who want to recreate a TV show or a film scene. Then you have the oddball like me, who's more into finding objects, starting with an object and then figuring out what he can make and what type of figure would fit in. So I'm more into the gathering of the fodder and making props and then putting a character in. Just kind of the backwards way of doing it. So you have people who craft virtually everything from scratch, a lot of times carving foam, Al Figures, Robert Eaton, Bob the Odd, or Bob Oddly as he's gone by. Judy Hernandez at Dark Dio Studios does all her stuff from scratch basically. So the inspiration has a lot to do with why you're doing it, what your purpose is. Here's some examples here. One I did recently, this Silver Max workshop diorama. I found this cool figure for cheap at my comic book store, and I figured, well, what would he fit into? And so I crafted a diorama to fit the character. So sometimes I do things like that. Other times I'll, like I said, find a specific thing and then decide to make something out of it. Like I found this old toaster by the side of the road, and I took it apart and made this radiation chamber. So there again, it was the object itself that inspired the prop. So it all depends on what your purpose is, and then where you go from there. Now, as far as sources of information, you guys have it made today, because between Google and YouTube, virtually everything you'd want to know is available. You have to hit some keys. So if you're looking for dioramas themselves, you have Diostructure on Facebook, you have World of Dioramas on DeviantArt, you have the ACBA guys who have a lot of stuff on YouTube. Like I said, Al Figures is a excellent source. You go to his page and you can see what he's done. Then also you have model makers, model train makers, militaria model makers who often make dioramas to pose their scenes with tanks and soldiers. You have makers of movie props. In addition, you have product demos, not only specific hobby type demos, but you have people who do faux painting and effect painting, aging, and all that. So virtually the whole world is at your fingertips, and you just have to do a little research, watch the videos, take some notes, and go from there. But finally, experience is the best teacher, what works and what doesn't. Only you know what different materials you have available to start with, and therefore only you know what you can do. So just do it, try it. You learn from your mistakes, and it's a process. So if you expect a diorama maker to spend inordinate amount of time trying to walk you through it, really, most of us have a real life, and this is just a hobby, and you really need to find the information that's readily available yourself. It's not that we are unkind or trying to hold on to some trade secrets or something. It's a hobby, and we don't want to turn it into a job. That takes the fun out of it. That's one of the reasons I also don't take commissions, is that I don't want the pressure, the hassle. I don't have the time. And like I said, my stuff is backwards, basically. I usually use fodder and then make something out of it. So I'm not really recreating necessarily something. So there are people who take commissions. The good ones, like Al Figures, you probably have to get on a waiting list. So there are people like that, but I'm not one of them. So anyway, it's just a little philosophy that I have. Wanted to share with you viewers out there, and for what it's worth, I appreciate anyone who takes the time to watch my videos. And I am out.